What is home rule? What does it mean for our community? And what is the city of Sedona not telling you about it? Back in 1980, Arizona voters realized local governments were spending way too much money, so they passed a constitutional amendment to set limits on local government spending. This is called the state expenditure limit. However, the Constitution allows local governments a couple of ways to get around the expenditure limit, which are called alternative expenditure limits. One is by adjusting their own local expenditure limit upwards using a popular vote. This is called a permanent base adjustment, or PBA. The other method involves the city government asking voters to give them a blank check to spend as much as they want every 4 years. This is called home rule. If Sedona operated on the state expenditure limit, its budget would be capped at $31.7 million. The blank check of home rule has allowed city council and staff to budget more than $100 million each year for the last 4 years. For comparison, the actual cost of the minimum services that Sedona is required by state law to provide to its residents is between $2 million and $3 million a year. 54% of cities and towns in Arizona do not use home rule. Camp Verde runs on a PBA. Yuma, with 6 times Sedona's population, is the largest city in Arizona to use the state expenditure limit with no problems. Winslow, with a comparable population to Sedona and 162 employees, has a $31.8 million budget. Chino Valley, with a population 40% bigger than Sedona's, has a budget half the size of Sedona's. Instead of telling you these facts, the Sedona City Council and staff have attempted to present anything less than a $100 million budget as starvation level. They have declared themselves the home rule team in apparent violation of state law. They have called the no home rule option utilized by the majority of Arizona anarchy. And most of all, they're going around town intimidating Sedona's nonprofits with the threat that if the nonprofits don't get their members in line to support home rule, city staff will take away their grants and contracts, which account for just about 1.6% of the budget. On July 21st, vote no on home rule.